Good morning, ladies. Good morning. Well, it is the day that a lot of people have been waiting for to see if SAA does indeed take to the skies. And of course, judging by the hype and buzzing that is around where I am, Leanne, it is definitely going to be taking place. But I really don't want to waste a lot of time by giving you the intro that you've already given to our viewers. I have with me the CFO, who is Mr. Fikile Mhlonhlo, who's going to tell us a little bit about their strategy, about how they're going to stay up in the skies and what are the changes they've made in order to keep SAA in the skies, as it were. Mr. Mhlonhlo, thank you so much for joining us on SABC News. First of all, congratulations to SAA and the team that you're finally taking off the skies. What is going to be fundamentally different with the way that SAA does business this time around?
The airline has actually reset itself into a different space altogether, starting with the number of employees it has. Secondly, the sort of fleet in terms of number of aircraft. It's reduced significantly from 46. It's going to start with 6, and we're going to build up on that. Very conscious of costs of running aircraft, and which is also another factor that is gone in. If we look at the old SAA, fundamentally it was the fuel costs, the leasing costs, the employee costs all combined, leading to an airline that was failing. Today we have a reset, albeit that has largely been the historic issues coupled with the COVID, and we are now coming back to join the rest of the industry flying again. Yeah. So it's a great day. Yeah. It is a great day.
Some of the things that the previous management was concerned about was issues such as the PFMA Act and the fact that SAA needed, to go and adhere to PFMA rules. Are these the kind of things that also changes within your financial structure and operating structure? Were you able to negotiate with with government about essentially letting loose on some of the requirements?
Not really. PFMA is part of us, but also incorporated in PFMA is good governance. It's very important from a relationship point of view to engage with our shareholder to ensure that these things are actually concluded in line with PFMA, but timelessly. And with the future prospect in terms of the direction the company is going, those things may not necessarily be such a hindrance going into the future.
We are concerned as customers of SAA about the cost. It needs obviously to be affordable for one to be able to fly around. How affordable is it going to be for our viewers to be able to take flights, whether regionally or domestically?
It is a factor of many aspects. Obviously, its own costs as a company. It's a factor in terms of where everybody else in the industry is pitching around the issues of costs. We are sensitive to the costs, and certainly it's something that we will look into going into the future.
When you say sensitive, do you mean that are you competitive? Will you be affordable?
We are certainly, with notices, we launched the schedule that prices were high, extremely high, and as we came in, they started dropping, which means that also we have a contributor in terms of where the industry pitches. If we are present, everyone behaves. So prices are an issue that we are sensitive as management to, but it's also an issue that we'll keep our eyes on it.
Share with us the routes that you will be flying to, regional, domestically and otherwise.
So in terms of the routes in South Africa, we are mainly starting with Cape Town to Joburg to Cape Town, and then we also doing at the same time routes, typically Accra, Maputo, Harare, and those are the sort of routes that we are starting with, and then we will build up on that. We got phase 1, we got phase 2, and we got phase 3. Eventually we must go back to international, but we will do that over time. We have to be responsive to what the passengers are looking for.
Mr. Mhlonhlo, thank you so much. I'm afraid this is all we have time for, but thank you so much for sharing with our viewers just how SAA is going to stay in business once again. It's
a proud moment. It must have to do with my breakfast this morning. It's a proud moment to be up again. It's a show, it's a sign of hope. It shows that you can be on the ground, but you can be up there in the sky again. Thank you.
Mr. Nhlotlo, thank you so much. Ladies, you can see with the mood of the CFO that he says it's a very proud moment that SAA takes off once again. But of course, what do they say in English? The taste is in the pudding. We will know from customers. We will check social media and to find out, and also try to speak to passengers if we can, to find out what they're expecting, and also to monitor throughout this month, how everything goes. But this is all from us from the OR Tambo International Airport. We will be crossing to other shows across the SABC channel. It's back to you in studio.
Diabo Seta, thanks very much out there at OR Tambo International Airport. SAA, the new SAA, taking to the sky.